everybody, welcome back to my channel. Yes, today is Thursday again, and it's time to hear what the critical drinker has to say about this. We're getting ahead of ourselves. Let's start with greetings. Hello, my name is Daniel. I'm your host. Here.
Guy in the chair.
He said it! He said it!
And today, yes, we'll hear what the critical drinker has to say about the Minecraft movie. So, enjoy. So enjoy.
They say that a camel is nothing but a horse designed by committee, and funnily enough, that was the first thing that popped into my mind after watching the Minecraft movie. It's what happens when a bunch of people with seemingly no creative impulses in their entire bodies are asked to come up with a generic comedy adventure flick to take advantage of the growing video game adaptation trend and milk a popular IP that they're only vaguely familiar with, while also trying to tick as many corporate mandated boxes as humanly possible. What you end up with is an absolutely forgettable movie that does nothing but function as a 2-hour commercial for the game, starring a bunch of bored-looking actors who probably spent 90% of the shoot standing in a big green room with no idea what they were supposed to be reacting to, loaded down with jokes that aren't funny, too many characters that have nothing to do, and the most paper-thin excuse for a plot that I've seen since Borderlands. Minecraft is where filmmaking and imagination goes to die. The logical endpoint of lazy IP exploiting Hollywood executives who are driven entirely by numbers and statistics. A film that was made purely out of necessity, with nothing even resembling passion or interest from anyone involved. Let's get this one over with quick, because Minecraft deserves nothing better. The movie stars Jack Black as Steve, a guy who quits his dead-end job to mine for treasure and adventure. No, wait, actually, it stars Jason Momoa as Garrett, a washed-up 80s video game protege. No, wait, actually, it stars Sebastian Hansen as some kid who moves to a new town with his sister and finds a portal into another world.
You serious?
Yeah, in case you hadn't noticed, the script's a bit confused about who the main character's even supposed to be. Conventional wisdom would suggest it should be Steve, since he's the protagonist of the games and everything, but I guess at some point the studio realized that no one under the age of 30 knows or cares who Jack Black is, so they brought in Jason Momoa, who's younger and cooler, to play a big beefy jock-type character. And I guess maybe the story was going to have the two of them joining forces to take on the bad guys or something. But then some corporate suit decided that the movie would test better with children if they had a kid as the main character, and so Henry was written into the story with no particular arc or personality in mind. And then the chief diversity officer decided they needed more representation, so they threw in a random black lady who has absolutely no reason to be there and contributes nothing to the story. Fuck. Great work, guys. Be sure to give yourselves an extra large bonus this year. Anyway, the plot, such as it is, unfolds thusly. Steve finds a magical bullshit crystal that opens a portal to the world of Minecraft, but then accidentally discovers an evil underworld inhabited by an army of evil pigs, who imprison him, but not before he gives the crystal to his dog, who escapes back through the portal into the real world and hides it. The crystal eventually falls into the hands of Garrett, who tries to sell it in his video game store before Henry takes it and uses it to cross over into the world of Minecraft too. Oh yeah, and somehow Garrett, Henry's sister, and some random black lady also get pulled in with them. But oh no, the crystal gets damaged, so they have to find a replacement. But the evil pig lady wants it for herself so she can take over the world or something, so she releases Steve on the promise that he'll get it and bring it back to her. So naturally, Steve immediately betrays her and joins the gang, because why the fuck wouldn't he? And together they work to defeat the evil pig army, open the portal back to the real world, and go home. And I know it probably seems like I'm speedrunning through the plot on this one, but honestly, I'm not, because basically fuck all happens in this movie. It's the same basic bitch template you've seen in a dozen other films just like it, and it does absolutely nothing new or unexpected at any point. There's a kind of half-hearted attempt to emulate the moral messaging of the Lego movie, the conflict between the chaotic, messy creativity and the crushing conformity of order and control, but it's so loosely explored and easily forgotten that it never really makes an impression. The evil pig queen lady, whose name I can't even be bothered to look up, is by far the weakest villain I've ever seen in a film like this, voiced by an absolutely dreadful actress who sounds like she's reading her lines off a teleprompter with no idea of the context or meaning behind them. Jack Black plays a loud, shouty, obnoxious moron who's trying so hard to be funny you can practically see him sweating with the effort. So basically every Jack Black movie these days then. The rest of the cast are mostly forgettable. Henry makes no impression as the protagonist, his sister isn't developed enough to care about, and although Random Black Lady isn't nearly as annoying as you might think from the trailer, she really doesn't have much reason to be there either. The script has no idea what to do with her, she's just kind of there in the background most of the time. Jason Momoa is the only positive of the film, if you can call it that. What few laughs there are come mostly from him, and although he doesn't look like he wants to be there much, he's at least got enough charisma and comic timing to make you crack a smile once in a while. Honestly, if you've got really young kids that are big fans of the game and not inclined to think too much about what's actually happening, there's probably just enough here to keep them happy. But anyone with a mental age in double digits is absolutely going to struggle with this one. And the funny thing is, none of this really matters. Minecraft is such a massive IP that this film's probably going to rake in $1 billion, and nobody is going to remember it 5 minutes after it leaves theaters. Anyway, that's all I've got for today. Go away now.
Hey guys, yeah, it's the Minecraft movie. I'm not a fan of Minecraft, but others aren't. And it seems like I don't see what the big deal about when the chicken jockey shows up. Spoiler warning, but that is just so much nonsense with that. Oh, theaters need to write again the advertising of that movie because it's everywhere. All over TikTok. Throwing popcorn and getting movie canceled. I don't see the appeal of it, but everybody goes to it. I mean, hey, if you want to see it, go see it. If you don't, don't. Wait till it comes out. That's what I'm gonna do. I don't see why everybody freaks out over Chicken Junkie. But hey, to each his own. Like it, comment down below, and then share and subscribe. And I'll leave you with this number here. I hope you had an awesome night and the rest of your day goes really well. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.